Hello, I'm Jake Dunley with Innovative Martial Arts, and this video is intended for students who have just received the rank of orange belt, or maybe students with the yellow belt and just received the red stripe. So first off, before we get into our sparring and the fun new stuff that is an orange belt, I just want to commend you for making it to this rank and achieving your orange belt. Congratulations. I know it can be a little challenging at times, and I want to thank you and your parents, of course, for getting you to class, even when maybe you didn't feel like it, or things were a little bit tough, and you got to class and made it to your orange belt anyway. I know I'm definitely thankful. My parents encouraged and forced me to get to class when I needed to be there, even if I didn't feel like it. So as an orange belt, or now you're considered an intermediate level student, there's a few things that I'd like you to be aware of. First off is the schedule change. So if you have your schedule at home, take a peek at your schedule, and you want to look for the junior intermediate block here, and you'll see your class times listed across. So you're no longer want to come to the junior beginner classes, but make the intermediate classes. And then of course too, if you ever want to try your hand at the judo, you're always welcome to do our judo classes on Wednesday and Friday. Secondly, the student creed. When you come to class as an intermediate level student, all the students are going to do the student creed as a class or as a team. You're not going to be repeating after your instructor anymore. And so you want to make sure you know the student creed by yourself. I'll include a link to the student creed if you'd like to download it or practice it at home, maybe in the comments below the video here. Thirdly, you have new curriculum. So as a white and yellow belt, you got a solid foundation, some solid basics, and you kind of repeated some of that stuff again at yellow belt. Now at the orange belt, I have a whole bunch of new stuff that I get to teach you. Some sliding kicks, some spinning kicks. We also have some mat work, how to defend yourself off the mat, and other fun stuff too in your curriculum. So look forward to that. And then lastly, something that everybody is usually excited about, but maybe a little nervous about too, is we get to spar. Sparring, I want you to kind of think of it mostly as like a game of tag. And we're going to do different kinds of sparring. Some kids are going to push and pull each other around like a judo match. And then of course we're going to have the kick and punch with our sparring gear, and so we'll get into the gear in just a second here. But the sparring, really for me, that's one of the most important elements of your training. If you practice kicking and punching the air or a bag that doesn't move or doesn't fire back, you don't really know how valuable your training is. And plus, getting hit is also a good lesson too. If you've never been hit before, you don't know what it feels like, and it might throw you off if you're in a self-defense situation. So being here in a safe environment, with some pads on, when you get hit, you'll realize you can take a punch and you can keep moving forward, or you can take that kick and you continue to spar. So then of course the last thing that goes with the sparring is all the students are required to wear sparring gear when we spar. Of course, not only for their own safety, but also for the safety of their partners as well. So these are some of the gear I'd like to show you a little bit about what we wear at our school. So you're going to be required to have a headgear, just like this. That'll kind of cover the sides and the top of the head. It doesn't have to have anything covering the face, although they do make some of the mask, and that's an option for you, but just something like this is just a foam dipped headgear, we call this. We get all of our material through Swift Martial Arts, or MCI. The next one is the gloves. So what's really important about the gloves is that they're what's often considered like open palm or open finger. Because again, our students here don't just punch, we also grapple. And so if you have a glove that covers your fingertips, then you're not going to really grapple as well. So we have something like this. That's just a vinyl coated padded glove that fits over the hand. It has a little strap to keep it tight. And then of course, the other really important piece is a shin and instep protector. Again, this will prevent us from hurting our shins if we kick each other in the shins or elbows. Again, the top of the foot will protect the foot as well as our training partners as well. Again, this is vinyl with some padding inside. Doesn't have to be anything too particular. And then of course for boys, a cup is required, and a mouthpiece is required for everybody as well. And just to give you a quick idea, if you were to kind of purchase all these items at a retail price through us, and also we include a gear bag too to keep track of all your gear. It's about $181 after your tax. But if you decide to purchase through us, we'll give you a little 10% package discount, and you're looking at about $163.14 after the tax. And so this is something that the students will actually show up to class every Wednesday and Thursday with their shin and insteps and their gloves on. And so that we do some light sparring drills, and then every Wednesday and Thursday we get right into sparring. So the students are going to get a lot of opportunities to work with their gear and get a lot of good use out of it. And this is something they're going to use all through their training, all the way up into the advanced and even to the black belt level. Okay, and then lastly, I'd just like to give you a little reminder. This is something one of my teachers shared with me, and really stuck with me for some reason. But basically what I want to share with you is when you go through your training, there's always going to be what we call the hills and the valleys. And the hills and the valleys just refer to maybe the good times and the bad times. And sometimes you're training, things are going great, you're learning the moves well, you're having fun, maybe you don't have any outside factors preventing you, and you're able to come to class and everything feels really good, and we call those the hills when you're climbing up. Number one, enjoy that process, and number two, remember and just be aware there's always going to be a valley at the other side of that hill where maybe you've got extra homework coming on at school. Maybe you also like to play soccer. I know I did soccer and martial arts all through high school and middle school. Maybe it's something else. You got vacations, or maybe you get sick, and there's just things that happen, and it's hard to get to class consistently. So first off, just remember that again, after every valley comes another hill, and things will get better if you can press on and not give up. And then also, if you do have challenges and things like that, of course, see if you can come and talk to your instructors. We're here to help you as your mentors. Maybe it's as simple as we look over the schedule. Maybe it's something like what I did when I was a kid, is I would practice a little bit of martial arts at home for 10 or 15 minutes, once or twice, and then I would make one class a week, and I was able to maintain my skills and even continue to make my promotions. So come and speak with us, ask your parents if you're having a hard time, but find ways to get around it, because we know after all the valleys comes hills again, and we'll be enjoying our martial arts training. So with that said, let me just say one more time that I'm very proud of you guys for making it to the orange belt level, and I look forward to watching you guys continue and grow as martial artists. Thanks for watching.